while we like to think that the rule of law is something that we all must adhere to, but we do find that sometimes the law itself is a bad law, and if you adhere to the bad law, you are going to get bad results. And that was why for the people of this country decided that although the government had formulated new laws and were adhering to it, they felt that that government should be changed and a new government installed. And indeed, the new government took over without any hitch, without any problem. And it is actually an achievement, if I can say so, for the new government, of which I am again heading. I was heading the last government, and the last government was my own party, and I defeated that party. But the new government wants to adhere to the rule of law. But of course, we realized that some of the laws in this country were bad laws, draconian laws, they say, and we had to repeal those laws and install new laws. But it is not as easy as the opposition thought when we were in the opposition. We thought that when we become the government, we just throw out the law. Unfortunately, we have procedures to go through. Now, if that is something that has some connection with the Constitution, any law that is to be repealed, that law must first you must have a 2/3 majority to change any law that affects the Constitution. And since we did not win a 2/3 majority, we are now stuck with the old laws because we don't have the necessary majority to change the law. But of course, people are very impatient. They want to see the laws changed immediately. This is just not possible. And today we are being criticized for not keeping to our promises. So while it is easy to make promise during election, it's not so easy to implement them if you win the election. Actually, we thought that we were going to lose. So we put in tough things in the manifesto so that if we lose, then the government will be in a quandary. They couldn't. But now we are the government, we are the victims of our own. But that is the law. We have now become the government and we have to adhere to our promise as much as we can. But it's not always easy. Now, we like to adhere to the rule of law. But as I said just now, laws can be very bad. Laws can be very oppressive. But there are still laws. And if you talk about the rule of law, then you have to implement the laws as they are. So what is a little bit more important is that the legislature must come up with good laws. If the legislature approves bad laws, then of course we are stuck with having to implement bad laws, which is not good for the people. Maybe good for the government, but not so good for the people.